Continuing with the Viking Portable Library World Bible, edited by Robert O. Ballou. The Christian and the Jew. Stability versus the volatile. Meets the volatile. Selections from Judeo-Christian scriptures, the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament in their way of thinking, from the book of Proverbs. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh, I presume, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets, she crieth in the chief places of concourse, in the openings of the gate. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gang thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared to her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her. And happy is every one that retaineth her. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth. By understanding hath he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds are dropped down the dew. Be afraid of sudden fear. Be not afraid of sudden fear. Okay, that's more comforting. Neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor. When thou dost embrace her, she shall give to thine head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer, and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy property come as one that travelleth, and thy want is as an armed man. On the right side of the hand under your head is of the quickest ways to fall asleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, and thy want as an armed man. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Again, I presume Yahweh is what's being mentioned here. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in turning to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment. The Lord Yahweh, possessed me in the beginning of his way. Before the works of old, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth, while, as yet, he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree, that the waters should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Wait, what? So he didn't make the earth. Okay, the establishment before the material creation of the certain spiritual individuals. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking it was more like a demiurge sort of thing. While he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor, before he made these things. The language makes you think, oh, he didn't make them. Wait, what? Who's this other thing talking about? The Lord didn't make them, then who made them? And, hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covereth all sins. Where no counsel is, the people fail. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread. But he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chastiseth him betimes. Now, there's a difference between the beating of a criminal and what takes part in the family. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Better is little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. But whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his Maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished. A merry heart doth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is a folly and a shame unto him. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Whosoever is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Don't leave it to the television. Don't wait till they're teenagers. Make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways, and get a snare to thy soul. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. Rejoice not. Well, different sort of kings, because kings being mean men is sort of the standard now, isn't it? Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth. You should want them to succeed, or at least deal with their consequences in this life rather than the next one. But, you want even the bad people to reform. That's part of being a believer. Lest the Lord see it, and if this pleaseth him, well, God's always going to know if God is God. Rasa, the ancient Egyptian, that one eye thing. It's not saying God's one eye. It's saying that God's all observing, and there's that watch it all, and it displeased him, and he turneth away his wrath from him. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls, the unsatisfied and the wonderful. The words of Agur, the son of Jakeh, even the prophecy the man spake unto Ithiel. It starts with an A, or does it start with a Y? I don't know. Even unto Ithiel and to Ukal. There are 3 things that are never satisfied. Yea, 4 things. Say not. It is enough. The grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with water, and the fire that saith not, it is enough. Who has ever heard fire talk? I'm asking if anybody watching this video has ever heard fire talk. There be 3 things which are too wonderful for me, yea, 4 which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of a sea, and the way of a man with a maid. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear, for a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat. Don't overstuff yourself. For an odious woman when she is married, and a handmaid that is an heir to her mistress. For there be 4 things which are little upon the earth, but they are exceedingly wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their meat in the summer. The conies are but a feeble folk, yet they make their houses in the rocks. The locusts have no king, yet they go forth, all of them by bands. The spider taketh hold with her hands, and is in kings' palaces. So, and anyways, I guess I'll go back after this one. If there be 3 kings which go well, yea, 4 are comely and going, a lion which is strongest amongst beasts, it turneth not away for any, a greyhound, and he goat also, and a king against whom there is no rising up. If thou hast done foolishly in lifting up thyself, or if thou hast thought evil, lay thine hand upon thy mouth. Surely the churning of milk bringeth forth butter, and the wringing of the nose bringeth forth blood. So the forcing of wrath bringeth forth strife. So, married women, it's okay for them to accomplish things, but they shouldn't be attention seekers. And the heirs go to the family. So the fact that someone has no heirs, yet they have wealth, and that's a disturbing thing. When you're completely filled with meat, that's too much meat even for a week, But the servant of God, why can't the servant of God reign? But yeah, some people, they're in charge, but they let other people rule. And I'm not talking about democracy or consultation. it's, it's taken that point. And nowadays we have all this cult of celebrities. They're servants of society. They're entertainers and all this. Why are we putting them at the top of the position? Fine. Hire me for a movie or television show. Do it. Reference me. No, but so yeah, the lowliest of people, them being in charge, is typically not an issue. Now, the story of Joseph, him making his way to be a ruler, that was sort of the exception, right? But at least it stills the thing. Well, this guy was a slave, and now look at him. But here's the example of the people. Look at the locust. The locusts are like those that, hey, we got to move with the path. Let's not wait till there's a religious state or anything like that. So we got to act, regardless of whether or not we have a ruler. And, get yourself, have your influence or your say about everything. Don't be a Cassandra, but okay. Get by with little if you need to get by with little. So the conies. And the ants, you got to be practical, and you got to be crafty. And anyways, no, I guess I'm starting to ramble. So I guess after I take a little break here, I'll be back to say the rest.